What is up? So I am trying to live stream, as you can see, while I clean snakes. So what do you guys think about that? I don't know. I didn't announce anything. I just figured, screw it. I'm going to do it. So, yeah, I am here. I'm really wondering if you guys can hear me and if the sound is good. But anyways, Operation Deeds Not Words. Man, the center stage is kind of messing it up here. Just got my new shirt, though, for Operation Deeds Not Words. Man, we need to move that higher. That's as high as it goes. So this is what we're doing right now. Hey, Aaron, can you hear me all right? Trying to hold, I'm blacked out. What do you mean I'm blacked out? Sounds good. Can you see me? Can you see me? Oh, my shirt's black. All right. Yeah. I got the black version. This is because I went up from the normal level. I got the next level up, so I get a cartoon figure and stuff. Not the highest. I'm at the middle tier. All right, cool. Oh, yeah. Thank you. This is a nod to one of my favorite guitar players, Buckethead, and this is my bucket of truth. Well, cool, man. All right, so this is going to be me just talking. So, and I got this center stage thing. Woo! All right. So I'm going to take you guys along with me while I'm cleaning snakes and talk about vending shows. So the questions have been lately about vending shows. When's the right time to vend shows? Should you vend a show? All that stuff. First of all, do you have enough animals to vend a show? No, let's even go back further. First of all, where do you live? Is there good shows? You need to go scout those out, obviously. See if the shows are worth vending. Are they a place that you would want to take your animals? I mean, that would be the first question. Do you get vibes that there's a bunch of, risk in the building? Mites, RIs, that kind of stuff? I would start there. Then, once you find a show system that you like, do you have enough animals to even justify vending a show? That would be the next question. Like right now, I have 12 animals. I wouldn't go vend a show. I have found that my sweet spot is about 20 to 30 ball pythons plus some other species. And then I tend to have a good show at that point. Anything less, I may break even, but it's kind of even not worth going unless you have enough animals to fill at least one table. Sometimes I vend with 2 tables, but I have recently downgraded all of that to just 1 table. I rarely have enough animals to justify vending with 2 tables. I'm going to show you some animals along the way. So this is a Hurricane red stripe, genetic stripe female. Tested the Hurricane through phenome. Pretty cool what Hurricane does to genetic stripe. So this is a powerful animal. She is actually for sale too. Hit me up if you like that. Yeah, Aaron. Clean shows. That's what that's where I was trying to get at. You want to scout out and look for clean shows. When you're first starting to vend, you don't need to be shooting for like a Tinley, a Southeast, a Daytona. I mean, you can, but you probably want to get your feet wet at like a different show, something a little bit more local focused. That would be my suggestion. Then once you figure out if you have enough animals to vend, you need to get your stuff. I recommend Next Level and ARS displays. Those are a good one to start. You could probably find ARS ones used and Next Level ones right now with everything the way it is. So you need some displays. You definitely need a good banner. I like the tension fabric wall, 8x8. That's what I prefer to use. I get mine at Backdrop Source, but there's other suppliers, of course. There's a million banner suppliers out there. Banner Buzz is another one. I had bad experiences with Banner Buzz's customer care, though, when they messed up my order. And so, me personally, I would prefer not to use Banner Buzz anymore just because of their customer care department. So, you're going to vend. You got your banner. You got your displays. I recommend getting 3 tablecloths. I use the 3-sided drape style. I put my logos across the front. You can also get those table runners. But if you're vending with 1 table, why would you need 3 tablecloths? Well, I'm here to tell you why right now. Because I bring an extra folding table with me, put it behind the table I'm vending on with a tablecloth, and put my banner on top of a table to get extra height. And then I got like a solid background of red. All of my stuff's red behind me. And then my 3rd tablecloth is, what if the person next door to you does not show up, or you need to vend with 2 tables off chance? It's best just to have that extra tablecloth. And if you mess one up, you got a spare too. So I keep 3 with all of my show vending stuff. Also, the stackable toolboxes, Milwaukee, Cobalt, DeWalt, they all make them. They look like stacking suitcases with the handle on wheels. Get yourself one of those. I use the system that has 3. Goes from big to medium to small. I keep all of my tablecloths and all that stuff in the bottom of that. Pause real quick. So this is a pastel yellow belly hypo puzzle male that is 50% het sunset. So I will be testing him out for the sunset, and this boy will be for sale. Back to the shows, though. Get your toolbox and fill it full of all your goodies. You're going to need like petty cash change. You're going to need a receipt book. I had a receipt book made, so it had my logo and address on it. So it's just simply filling out the customer's portion, which is pretty cool. You need all your stickers. You need those. I use Reptazorb display liners, so it's a single sheet of high absorbent material, similar to a paper towel, but better. They're pre-cut for my Next Level display, so I keep all that in there. I keep some permethrin in there. And I kind of spray around the floor around my tables, if I'm being honest with you. Sometimes. I keep extension cords. You never know if you need to run electrical further than expected. So I have, I keep 3 extension cords. I have one that's on a wheel, so you can roll it up. I keep 2 that, you have to roll up by hand. That one that has the built-in reel is pretty cool because it has 4 plugs on it. So you could just plug into it like it's a wall. I keep a couple surge protectors in my show gear. You always want to make sure you have extra, more than what you would normally use when it comes to electrical, because like I said, sometimes you get in a place where the electrical is far away, or your neighbor, you know, there might be 2 or 3 plugs for a whole block of people, and you want to be able to branch off and make sure everyone's got electricity in your block, you know. So you want to be a kind neighbor in that regard. What else do you need? I bring table lights. I get the Phive brand, Phive. I get those off of Amazon because I will run some deli cup sections sometimes, and my hognose display does not have lights like the next level does, so it needs table lighting. I bring some shirts, small town shirts. That's always handy to have. I have those table setup hangers where it stands up. So, you know, everyone's going to build their show setup different. I'm just telling you how I do mine. And that's where it goes into research. So while you're out scouting shows that you could possibly want to vend, you also want to be paying attention to everyone's setup and how you want to build yours. Take a little bit of what you like from different people and come up with your own design and how you want to present your brand at a show, because that's important. That is a big first impression. People assume that everyone knows them from Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, but I guarantee you that is not the case. You will run across plenty of people out there in the wild that have no idea who you are. So that first impression means a lot. So you want to be set up, you want to be looking professional, and you want to present yourself professional to the customers that walk up. Little Johnny's grandma is not going to buy him a snake from somebody that, you know, is cussing up a storm and stuff. So you want to kind of like curb your language. I do naturally. You know, I have a foul mouth, but when I'm at a show, I try not to cuss. So once you have made up your mind and you've built your display, then you got some other options. Say you only have a dozen or so animals, and you took my first advice and said, you know, oh, Shane, that's, you know, Shane said he doesn't do good if he only brings a dozen animals. Team up with a buddy, share a table together, present a united front, so you have a table full of animals with a lot of variety. I guarantee you guys will do better overall if there's variety on your table. What else about shows? Let me tell you about some of my favorite shows. I've vended Tinley, I've vended show me shows around Tennessee, Southeast, and All-American. I've done a few different All-Americans. Inchy, Mojave, DG. Done a few different All-Americans. I have settled into, I now vend 4 shows a year. So I do the Nashville All-American, spring and fall. I do the Southeast down in Atlanta, spring and fall. Those are my 4 shows. I don't really produce enough animals to vend any more than that, which brings up a good point. Some of the local circuits, they might have 4 shows a year or even more in your area. I think, I mean, I don't know. There's over 12, 13, 14 shows a year in Tennessee that are all 2 hours and under from me. Some of those promoters will try to get you to buy tables for the entire year and give you a discount. Do you have enough animals to vend that many shows? I mean, it might sound good to get a discount, but are you paying for tables that you don't need? And There's also the other tactic that I've heard used, like, oh, well, reserve your tables, pay for them for the year, so that way you know you got them. Let me tell you, newsflash. Any of those local circuits that I know of, they're never sold out. You don't have to worry about, like, will you have a table and all that. They will make room for you. I get random emails where they'll give me a table for free if I'll just come vend the show. So that kind of shows you that they're not sold out like they try to pretend to be sometimes. So don't fall for that trap. Another good thing about vending shows is the promoter promotes the show, which that's their job. I mean, technically they're supposed to. All of them don't. But you want to do lots of your own promotion and like do it everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever, TikTok, all the places that you have social media. You want to make sure everyone in your followers list knows what show you're going to be at. Highlight the animals that you're bringing. That has always done really good for me. People may not even comment on the animal that they're eyeing on your social media post, but they will show up at the show if they caught something caught their eye that you had posted and buy that animal. As happens to me. And there's nothing wrong with going out there and promoting the show. It does help you get in good with whoever the promoter is too. They see that you're promoting their show circuit and bringing people to the show. I got a lot of snakes in shed, so I'm not really showing them. But yeah, just in that short amount of time, I cleaned all my ball pythons, so I'm not even ready for a show right now. What else about shows? Sharing a table with another person is not a bad idea. I have done that with Great Balls of Fire, Moose. We did Tinley like that one time. So if you are brand new and have never vended a show, that's a good option. Team up with somebody else that's semi-local to you and join forces. And you both promote you guys' self there. Promote the show circuit, when, where, how to get in, all of that jazz. Let everyone know where you're going to be. Please hold. Again, though, I would like to urge you, don't fall into the trap of thinking that you need to vend every show in drivable distance, because you need to have a lot of animals in order to do that, in my opinion. And when you're out there vending, you won't always win every show. Sometimes you might eat it and it might cost you. But there's another trap that's out there that I hear a lot of people talk about is, oh, well, I vend the show so I can see my friends. That's fine here and there. You know, that's a common way to console yourself after taking a loss. I've done it. I'm sure everyone's done it. But if you're vending every show under the sun, never making your table cost, even breaking even or on anything, maybe you should cut that show and maybe you should reevaluate why you're not making it. Is it the lack of promotion from the show promoter? Is it the animals on your table? Is it the region that the show's in? Uh-oh. We're losing. We're losing. Wow. Well, We have some technical difficulties here. All right, there we are. Let me say hi to the chat while I'm up here. We got Aaron. Hi, Aaron. We got Dickie Foster. Hi, Dickie. We got Mr. J Caps, and he's watching on Facebook. Got Lowe's Exotics. What's up, everyone? So I didn't even follow my own advice. I'm doing a live with 0 promotion. That's not too smart, but I thought I'd try out the system. Anyways, where was I at before the technical difficulties? All right, so if you are vending shows and never making your table cost, never breaking even, you need to evaluate, is it the show promoter? Is it the animals you're bringing? Is it your pricing on your animals? Is it too high? Is it too low? I mean, sometimes being priced too low turns people off too. If you got a table full of ball pythons that are super pretty and everything's 20 bucks, you kind of look like a flea market when you'd rather be, at least a J.C. Penney's or a Sears, Not everyone can be Gucci, but you want to present yourself as such. I think that's it on shows. Does anyone have any questions on shows? Aaron's always a good heckler. Oh, Aaron says the Indy two-day show is good. Is that the one put on by ARS? The Midwest something or other? I'm not familiar with it. I haven't gone up there. I mean, I'm familiar with it, but I have not personally been or vended that show. I recently upgraded a bunch of hognose babies to bigger tubs. I'm also babysitting 2 French bulldogs right now, so if you hear some weird gremlin barking in the background, it's them. I swear it's not me. Yeah, the ARS show. Good morning, Bree. So that's my 2 cents on vending shows. If you come in with pretty animals, priced competitively, and you're at a good, clean show that actually promotes themselves, and you've promoted that you will be there and been putting out the eye candy on the social medias, you should have a good show. You should also watch the holdback rack because Jessica spends a lot of time analyzing what time of year the best shows are. Like after tax season. Going into Thanksgiving and Christmas usually isn't too good. They can be, but they're kind of hit and miss. Usually during the middle of summer, most people are on vacations with their families and they're doing outdoor stuff. So I haven't never done good in a summer show. Like I said, people are out spending time with their family, which they should be. Instead of being indoors, they're out camping, hiking, all that cool stuff. Oh, and there's the deeds, not words shirt again. One of these days I'll figure out how to work all this technology that's auto zooming and stuff. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents on shows. Spider Gene is the best seller ever had, LOL. It is crazy. Well, I'll take your word for that, Aaron. I stopped working Spider a couple years back. Yes, see, Aaron says the summer shows blow too. That's just my experience too, so I don't even vend a show in the summer. I don't even care if they're offering free tables. I'm not going to take my animals out and waste my weekend when I could be doing cool stuff with my family on vacation, So that's my 2 cents. Spring shows are good. Fall shows are good. Some winter shows, depends. If it's the weekend right before Christmas or right before Thanksgiving, probably not. People are, doing time off and doing stuff with money other than snakes. Yeah, and Bree has a store. I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to put her business, but it's retail, and she says summer blows too. That's probably why everyone has 4th of July sales, because business is slow. I do most of my sales online during the summer for reptiles. Yeah. All right, Aaron has 0 spider. Me too. Yeah, no, yeah, agreed. No need to waste the money. I just really want to iterate though before we close off. I wanted to just keep this at about 30 minutes. Don't fall into the trap of your vending shows just to hang out with your friends, because you could just attend the shows and hang out with your friends. So don't fall into that trap. There's a whole group of people that drink that Kool-Aid. I'm not one of them. If you vend a show a year or 2 in a row and have never made table cost at that particular show, and you're doing good at other shows, that means your pricing, your arrangement, your presentation is on point. That show is not good for whatever reason, whether it's promotion, just the populace in your area, in that area, they're not into reptiles. They're treating it like a petting zoo instead. Cut that show. Don't be scared to cut bait. I'll vend 2 shows, and if they're horrible twice in a row, I stop doing it. So that's my motto on it. Oh, Mikey, man. Mikey has been a day one. I love Mikey. That sign right there, that's from Mikey. That's metal. It lights up too. Oh, I got something else using that plug right now. But anyways, man, big shout out to Mikey and the Art of Ore. They made that cool sign for me back when I lived in California. So that was probably 21, because I moved out of there at the beginning of 20. No, I moved out of there March of 21. So that was probably 2020 when they made me that sign. So big shout out to Mikey, man. Well, with all of that being said, anyone have anything before I log off and start working on hognose? Look at, I got on a rolling cart with the center stage option, always zooming in. It's like a kind of a room tour all at once. All right, so I know my live setup works now. And I think I'll just be doing the Bucket of Truth series live. What do you guys think about that? Would you guys like to, dang, all of them are, it's not a good day to show snakes, I can tell you that. All the hog noses are in breeding mode again. I'm feeding them up, trying to get double clutches. Speaking of hog nose though, if you missed last week's video, this is my best hognose year to date. I got over 60 eggs in the incubator right now for hognose, and that was before the double clutches. But I'm still waiting on the first clutch from 2 girls. So, you know, this could be a really good hognose year for me. I did hognose really slow. I got a couple pairs in 2019 as babies, grew them up, had my first clutches in 21. Had to reset my breeding stock because those original ones I bought did not like to eat. All their babies did not like to eat. After talking like with the Harbins and stuff when I first met them, I decided to just turn over my breeding stock. Now all my stuff eats great. And yeah, so that goes into your lines. That's line breeding, all that stuff, you know, traits that are heritable. That's a whole different Bucket of Truth episode. Deeds, not words, baby. So if you want to get your deeds, not words, and be cool like me, you need to go to fatmannation.com. You can get a shirt. You could be different levels of donors. I got my own little cartoon guy. I share them on my Instagram from time to time. So go over to fatmannation.com. Give a shout out to Chris Eaton, Snakes in the Fat Man Nation, Jay Caps, Green Line Morphs. They're the ones running the charity. 100% of all the proceeds go to Camp Freedom in Pennsylvania. What does Camp Freedom do? Camp Freedom takes our military vets, our first responders, sorry guys, and they take them out into nature, man. They do hiking, camping, all kinds of stuff. They got 600 acres, 1,200 acres. I don't know. They got a lot of acreage in Pennsylvania in the mountains to do a lot of cool outdoor stuff. with the people that serve our nation and our communities. So you should get on board, support that. I got 2 new ones in the mail, the black editions. I got my cartoon character. I got first year green. I got second year green. So I got four Deeds Not Words shirts in my arsenal. So I'll be wearing them throughout the season, wearing them on all the lives. And if you don't know, I also am a co-host of Reptiles Unplugged that has its own YouTube channel. My co-host is the Herp and Harbins. We are live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Come join us. You never know what you're going to get. Well, that's where the bucket of truth comes from. We do an unpopular opinions segment on there where anyone can throw out any topic they want. I put on the bucket of truth, and I'm just as honest as I can be without cussing too much about whatever it is that you guys bring up. Oh, Mikey wants to know about the boas. So, no, I bred them this year. I have a pair of Sonorans and a pair of Tara Humaras. And the Tara Humara is actually gravid. She had her post-ovulation shed, and she is due August 8th. So I'm just letting them be. This is an exciting time. I've never had anything that does live birth over here. So that is pretty cool. So this will be the first year. Hopefully I have a nice healthy litter. When I was ultrasounding her, it looked like she had about 6, could be 5, could be 7, but somewhere in that half dozen range is what I scoped out. Boas are a little bit more squirmy than ball pythons. I mean, just as easy to ultrasound like the actual seeing through the snake with the tool, but you know, they're a lot more active. So anyways, I think I have about a half dozen in there. My Sonorans don't look like they, I mean, I still got them paired, but she just doesn't. She got up to 17 millimeters in that range, close to 20, and she's just not progressing though. So I don't know. I'm not hopeful on the Sonorans, but we will have Tara Humaras as long as as long as everything's healthy. Well, guys, I think I'm going to cut this off and get to work. I did stream this on Facebook too. I don't know why. I just figured why not. So come see me on Reptiles Unplugged with the Herp and Harbins. You never know which one of them or if both of them is going to show up. And we just had Billy from Mutation Creation on. You can go back and watch that replay. I'm so sorry. I've been looking at the wrong camera. You can go watch that replay on Reptiles Unplugged YouTube channel. And Reptiles Unplugged is also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Dozer, all the places. Anywhere that you can listen to an audio podcast, we are on there. So go follow there, go subscribe to the Reptiles Unplugged YouTube channel. And I think I'm going to wrap it up. Love you too, Mikey. Everyone have a great Sunday. Go spend some time with your family. And if you don't have family, go listen to Reptiles Unplugged and know that I love you. Peace out. Rock on.